now shaky.
Oh, what was that?
Today I get the chance to drive the all-new Hummer EV SUV. Not the truck, the actual EV SUV. GMC had a great idea. Let's take us to California where it's nice and sunny and beautiful. So we're in Napa, California today. But unfortunately, the sun didn't cooperate. Look, no truck bed on this thing. This car is meant for the ultimate off-road experience. But today, we're gonna drive it on-road because this is the SUV. So I wanna see what it's like in everyday situations driving around. Okay, this is something that I've never seen before. A Hummer SUV, or actually any type of Hummer EV that isn't white. GMC, if you're watching this, why do you make so many white ones? Look how good the black one looks. Like, make this the color that is coming off the line, the standard one, because this car is like a tank, and this one looks like a tank. Like, this looks like something you're like driving around. You look at this and you're like, who's driving inside of that? Oh, what's that?
That's freaking sweet.
It's so rainy. So right now we're driving through Napa Valley. We're getting started. It really is pouring rain. Like, I put a couple of GoPros outside and I wouldn't be surprised if we lose some of them in the rain. This is what we're dealing with today in California. The roads are literally flooded out. There's a creek that runs through the vineyard and it's coming over the road. The owner of the vineyard just came by and said it's been 13 years since it last flooded like this. What do you think? Think it's gonna be all right?
I think we'll be fine. It doesn't, first of all, the water's not moving fast, so that's huge. And then we have 32 inches of fording capabilities.
What is it about electric cars that make them better in water than gas cars, gas trucks?
So we don't have, if you take a gas truck through the water and any water splashes up into the air intake, your engine's toast, gone.
Yeah.
With this EV, everything's sealed for water, so the only thing we're worried about is water coming in the cab.
So there's a thing in Arizona called the stupid motorist law. It's an actual on-the-books law called the stupid motorist law. And the reason why they have it is because they have a lot of washes that are like this, that if you drive your gas car or any car through it and you get stuck in it, then you have to pay for the cost of the rescue up to $10,000. The firemen, however they come to rescue you, because you were a stupid motorist for even driving through it, you have to pay for it. I don't think they have that in California. So if we get stuck, they'll rescue us. But this shouldn't get stuck because it's an EV. Zach, I guess go for it. Let's give it a shot. Let's see how this goes. Flooded road. Time to go through the river. Looks great, plenty of room. Whoa, nope, there's my shoes. Thanks for that. Oh my gosh, that is so deep. Oh man, oh boy. Woo. Woo. Oh, the post office. Rain or shine. This is gonna make the Hummer look not as impressive if the mail truck can make it through. It looked cool, we went through faster. Zach is filming his intro. So I'm gonna splash the puddle with him right there. Look at him. I think that was pretty sick. I think he's gonna like that a lot. He's gonna like that.
Man, boy's back.
How'd it go?
Really good. I didn't get wet, no, but it was like scary wet.
All right, we are going through again. I'm gonna go through inside of the vehicle, see what it's like. Zach said that the water came inside of the car, so we're gonna test that out. I'm leaving my window down. You gonna leave yours down? You don't have to, no, I got mine down. You're good. You don't leave yours up, please do not. Oh!
What was that?
What the heck?
Did you hear something?
Yeah, I heard something. Good, you don't leave yours up, please do not. Oh!
What was that? What was it?
I don't know. It's like somebody shot our car with something. It's like a rock. What the heck? All right, let's go through. Oh yeah, this is the deeper one right here. This is like the river. Oh, okay. Yep, we're coming in. Oh no! It's not even like coming in the window. It's from the roof. This car has got to be one of the heaviest vehicles on the road, especially probably the heaviest SUV. This thing, what is it? 9,000 pounds? 9,000 pounds of vehicle here, of weight. And one of the things that makes it so heavy is I think it has a 213 or a 217 kilowatt battery pack. So to put that in perspective, you could charge 2 Tesla Model Ys with this. Last time that I drove inside of a Hummer, it was in Scottsdale, Arizona. And we drove it up to northern Phoenix and went on some awesome off-roading. It was with the truck, it wasn't with this SUV, but we hit one of the craziest rain cells ever. We opened up the window, Zach opened it up to talk to the guy, and water just came pouring in.
Jeez Louise. That
Is still the case right now. The second thing is that it was the loudest inside of the vehicle because of this right here. Now this is a little bit of a different type of rain, but I will say it does seem a little bit fixed. The rain noise is nowhere near as loud as it was last time. Why is it both times we've driven the Hummer, it's been raining? This vehicle is very wide, and a lot of times in the city, it takes up almost the entire lane. You can see when Zach's driving, like you hear these wind gusts and we're going on a straight road and he's just shaking his hands. He's gonna do it on purpose. Oh, look how shaky. That wasn't it. But I promise, the wind is blowing and it makes it tricky. I feel like I'm about to hit the wall of the Golden Gate Bridge right now. Whoa! Some of these trips, I do a full in-depth review of every car. And then other trips, I kind of just enjoy the trip and like seeing where we're going. Right now, we're driving over the Golden Gate Bridge. It's whistling. I can hear it. It's like there's angels that live in the Golden Gate Bridge.
Like a horror movie.
I don't know if it's the wind blowing through the cables or if it's just a sound that the Golden Gate Bridge always has. I'm gonna go in the middle lane.
It's like legit creepy.
Ford Lightning coming up on our left. He's taking up a lot of space too. I'm in the middle lane. I don't think anybody's gonna dare to pass me now because this thing is so wide. This Ford Lightning's like, no way am I passing you. I'm gonna try to make him pass me. No, he won't do it. There he goes. Oh yeah, go for it, Lightning. He gunned it.
That's a good looking truck.
Woo. Oh, we're getting close to the side. We may lose a GoPro. Wow. Wow. How much room? Do I actually have more room than I think?
No, you don't have any room.
Oh,
There's
okay.
0 room.
Slow. I don't know, like the anxiety of driving in such a wide vehicle took away from the experience of driving across the Golden Gate Bridge.
No.
We're in San Francisco. We've got to test out the very, very steep streets. This thing, look at that. It is crazy steep, and we're gonna go. Oh, that was great. Okay, wow, I can't even see over the front. All right, should we go up to the next one?
Not that fast. Oh, jeez.
This Toyota's like, you're too big. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's great up roads. Oh, look out, little car. Wow. No cops are behind us either. That was great. That was fun. I'm a little car sick, but that was awesome.
No.
We're gonna go to Lombard Street, which is the crookedest street in the world, supposedly.
So what's the most kinkiest street in the world?
The kinkiest. That's what...
Yeah. Right now we are driving on Lombard Street, which is the craziest what's the word? Right now we're driving on Lombard Street in San Francisco, which is the crookedest street in the entire world.
Very, very windy, and in a big truck like this, typically it would be really uncomfortable. But the nice thing about this is it does have the 4-wheel turning, which is basically the rear wheel turning. And so I think you can turn it up to 10 degrees. Like I'm turning it right now. It's no problem at all. Like all 4 tires are just handling it like a boss. That's great. I rode down this in an electric bike and it was really fun and really slippery. And if you come here during certain times of the year, these are all roses and beautiful flowers that are everywhere. But right now it's just green stuff. But yeah, this is so cool. Oh, we could hear the wheels a little bit.
Dude, and people live here.
Yeah.
These are driveways.
Can you imagine? What's this one doing stopped there? Is that their driveway?
That's a park.
Wow. Everybody driving with their cameras out. Everybody's cameras out, just filming people driving down this. They're YouTubers. You probably can't hear anything I'm saying. It's 50-mile-an-hour winds out here right now. Not ideal for filming a YouTube video. Which is funny because I was in the Bay Area a couple weeks ago with Mercedes-Benz, and the same thing. It was super, super windy out. I don't understand. Maybe I just have bad luck with California. This is the back of the truck, and there's actually a ton of room inside of it. So we have our 3 bags in here right now, but you can also put that seat down. I mean, if you were able to put like a blow-up mattress or a little foam mattress in here, and you wanted to camp inside of here and sleep in here, you'd have plenty of room for 2 people, where the Tesla Model S, I camp in that sometimes, and there's only enough room for 1 person. But this has a ton of room for your groceries. Because it's so high off the ground, it makes it really nice because you can actually put your groceries in here. It's at the right level so that you don't have to bend over to pick it up. For having this vehicle for driving around town for your daily activities, if you don't live in a city with super tight roads like San Francisco, but you live in a regular suburban city like in Utah, the roads are pretty wide, and that's why a lot of people do enjoy having trucks or bigger SUVs, and this would fit in very well. And there's a lot to like about it. It is $110,000. It's a little bit more pricey than what you would pay for maybe some of your other SUVs that are gas-powered SUVs. I mean, a lot more expensive, but you do get the benefit of having a Hummer. It's pretty cool looking. That's blowing too much.
The drone is off right now.
It's not even on.
That's the way.
Oh!
It is
Wow.
totally 100% off.
And then one cool feature is that it is an automatic door. You just push this button right here and it makes a little noise and it shuts. Even in the wind, it's able to shut. It's very impressive. Look at that. Woo! And yes, it is a vehicle that has a spare tire. There's not very many that have spare tires. All right, Zach, you ready to film your video out here?
Yeah, great.
Okay, let's see it. Film it. Oh, there's Alcatraz. Right behind Zach. Alcatraz. One feature that I really like is that this has a regular rear view mirror. There's Zach's face right there. But you can flip this down and it instantly turns into a video camera, which you can turn it any way. It only has one angle. You can like zoom in and zoom out a little bit. Because if you look, there's just the big section back there. Look, I gotta give a lot of credit to GM for coming out with this ultimate truck. When I was growing up, the Hummer was one of the coolest looking trucks that I wanted. There was a girl at our high school that actually had one of the older Hummers, and it was the most coveted car in my mind when I was in high school. I thought it was so awesome. So for them to come out with this car that is in a lot of ways impractical as an EV, it does show that you can turn almost anything into an EV. Now, the thing that I'm really excited about coming down the road, we saw a Ford F-150 Lightning earlier. It went cruising past us on the bridge. It was really tight. The Silverado EV is coming, and that is going to be one that's going to be mass market. People are going to be buying that. It's going to be your work truck. It shouldn't be over $100,000, I wouldn't think. So yeah, go ahead, GM. Show off that you own the Hummer, that this is your brand. This is a really cool car, really cool as an SUV. I like it better than the truck. And then if you're looking for something that is more practical, that's everyday use, a little lower cost, then hold out for maybe the Silverado EV. And I would imagine they're going to be producing a lot of those off the line right out the gate so that everybody can buy them. Like I always say, I'm really grateful for these trips when these companies spend the money and the time to let us come out here and test out these vehicles before the general public can. And they usually go to really, really cool places. And I do feel bad for the GM team because you can't control the weather. This place is amazing, but right now it's not the greatest of weather, but I've actually kind of had fun today. So Zach, your first time at Napa Valley, what is your experience? What are your thoughts?
Someone told me California was a sunshine state, and that is not the truth. We've had the most rain today and the most wind ever, so it's pretty crazy.
And also, it's good to go on a trip again with my friend Zach. We go on a lot of trips together, but we haven't done as many in the last couple of years, just with all the stuff in the world changing, with this guy having a baby that's running around. But if you want to know the thoughts on this vehicle and on Hummers from a guy who actually owns a Hummer and knows the brand better than anybody and goes really detailed in the specs, we'll link his video right here in the bottom. But yeah, thanks again to GM for bringing us out here. It was a blast, and let me know your thoughts on this car. We'll see ya. I don't know that I'll ever get used to 3 windshield wipers. We were in heavy enough rains today that it didn't even really do its job a lot of the times, but it is tricky when you're trying to keep this design of this Hummer window. Where on the other hand, the Cybertruck is going to have 1 giant windshield wiper, 1 giant one. I'm really curious to see. It's pretty funny. that is a big topic of conversation of a vehicle when it's like talking about the windshield wipers and speculating how it's going to work. One giant one on the biggest windshield you've ever seen.
Shown up by a mail truck.